Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm Handington, and today we're playing more of Cookie Run Oven Break. Now before we get to all of the cool good stuff of this update, I need to rant for a while about a part of the update that I'm not very keen on. Or something that I thought was going to be a bit more cool than it actually is in practice, but might not be as bad, but it just came out, so these are my initial thoughts. They've replaced the daily quests with a diary over here, if we check this out. So now they have daily, weekly, and monthly missions, and this seems pretty cool. I'll get to my thoughts in a moment. I love the idea of having weekly and monthly missions. That is awesome, and I'm very happy about that. Here, there's a whole pile of extra things where it's like, oh, if you run in different breakouts a whole bunch of times, then you earn more rewards, which is really nice. So you have all of these if you do it enough times during a week and a month and everything. Oh my, the weekly missions expire. Oh yeah, it is the end of the week. Well, these just rolled out, so that they've only been out for a few days. But I like this. I like that this is a thing that's here. The cookie trials reach diamond rank 1 or 2 times a month. Not everybody is going to be able to. I've reached diamond rank on most things besides the new trials, so I'd have to reach diamond rank on those when they come out. That might be a little bit tough for some people to get, but others it'll be fine. You don't necessarily have to get all of them. If you do, you earn an extra bonus reward up there. Completing the weekly missions will give you a pile of rainbow cubes, and this will give you a cookie chest. So there is extra rewards if you're able to do that. But some of them are like, oh yeah, if you automatically, if you max out the cookies immediately when you get them, there's a bit more incentive to do that. Or if you're just able to upgrade them within the month. I usually can do that. Sometimes if I play a little less, then that won't happen. But that's not a problem. And this is pretty cool. I like the idea of this, except for one thing, and I will focus on that a little bit more. Uh, One thing, and a little bit more, actually, than one thing. um, so, they made 2 of the 3 typical daily missions that you get um, even easier. Just run in Breakout and just run in the cookie trials. You don't have to do super well. You don't have to get a good score. As long as you don't hit try again, you just run. Even if you run for a few seconds and then quit, that still counts. So they made 2 of the daily missions even easier than when they had the older system. But they brought back the gold chest mission. I am not happy. I am not happy about that. When they replaced the original daily quest system with the cards, I was so much happier about that. That was great because you didn't have to do the gold chest mission daily. Now, for some people who like the trophy race and who play it constantly, this shouldn't really be an issue for people. You should probably be able to get it. I don't like trophy races. I will do them sometimes when there are missions that relate to it, and it's like, oh, all right, well, I gotta do a couple of trophy races so that I earn the tickets and the runs and trophies enough. So I only do it when I have to, because it's the worst mode in the game. I hate it, because it's so viciously punishing if you are not super good. Now, they did adjust it, and it's better than when it was... First off, the game is still leagues better than back when the game was only trophy race. And this system is also way better than the original system they had in place for the daily missions. But it's I I I'm not going to end up being able to get most of the daily missions now because I don't like to it's more stressful to me to do the trophy races, because if you slip up a little bit, it's not that you don't get any reward, you get punished. And if you were bad like I was at trophy races for quite some time, where it's like you only get like 5 trophies every few races over and over and over again, then you're paired up with people who are ridiculously great at the game, then you'd end up trying super hard, but end up getting in last place and lose like 70 trophies. Then you'd lose like a week's worth of progress. Luckily, there is more rubber banding. Rubber banding or scaling or I'm not sure what the term is. Basic ladder. There's a more fair ladder. That's it. To the trophy races now. So there are different brackets where it's like, oh yeah, within 100 trophies you'll verse different people going up, rather than being like, oh, somebody with a million billion trophies versus somebody who just reached the threshold. Now those two won't have to compete, which is really nice. So the trophy races are a bit better, but they're still frustrating. I still don't like the trophy races. And now you're gonna have to do them. Not, I mean, you get a gold chest essentially if you get in first place because you get 10 tickets. Otherwise, you'll have to do multiple trophy races, and they're stressful. I don't find them very fun. So I'm gonna be missing out most days on that bonus crystal reward. Now, my other issue with this, which is I like the idea of these jewels where you can choose what you want to unlock. I like this system. This is a pretty cool system on paper. There's already so much grinding in this game as it is, which they just keep adding for every event if you want everything. That it's a little bit frustrating. So it's just like I cut out chunks of the game that I don't really necessarily need to. So this way, I play those when I feel like playing more of the game. But if I want to do it daily to relax, then I do the other stuff. So I'm not even gonna be able to get the like 280 a day. I'm gonna end up getting 180 a day for me at least, a 160 a day, excuse me, because I couldn't care less. But that means I'm going to be losing out on the daily quest missions, because now every day, I imagine a world where we can be with you. Okay. Every day you only get the crystal rewards, which is like the max rewards from before they had the card system. I feel like it seems like it's a step forward, but it's a step back, because even though, like, let's say the Rainbow Cube missions, you'd get it like once every 5 days or so, and then every other few days you'd get missions that'll give you some magic powder or some crystals to vary things up. So you do it when you can, but if I was tired one day and I was like, okay, I only want to get the crystal missions, or I only want to get the Rainbow Cube missions, and I'm okay with leaving something else out, or hey, today I feel like going for the powder, or maybe I'll go for all of the missions. It was flexible. You could do some of the missions, or you didn't have to, and you'd earn a reward from that. And then if you wanted a bonus addition to the reward, then you'd watch the ad for it. The whatchamacallit, the guy, the cinnamon cookie would give you a cute little message like, hey, here's your fortune. I've never seen this card before, or something. I liked the aesthetics to it. It was very charming. Um, this doesn't look bad, but it's a step back. It looks. I like the house. The little shop looks cute, but I don't know. It just. Oh, and oh, I forgot. I mean, he was right here. All right, Ice Juggler is cute, and I imagine they're gonna upgrade this each month for the events. But I wish they kept in the card system and then added in the weekly and monthly missions on top of that, and then replaced the cookie so it wouldn't just be the cards for the card cookie, cinnamon, but they'd have in a different cookie to say different things each month. I wish it was like that, because you can't refresh these missions. It's always going to be one gold chest, one breakout, and one cookie trial run. It will always be those. You won't get a whole variety of missions like jump a certain number of times, slide for some odd many seconds, and it won't be different every day depending on what you want, and you can't refresh them either for a chance to get something a little better or a little bit worse. Nope, it's gone. And this is right after they finally got rid of the duplicate trial missions, where it's like, hey, if you got all of the bonus missions in a trial and there's no need to go back to them, they just leave that out. That was so awesome. I loved that because that was a way to incentivize you to go back to a specific cookie trial. Now, uh, having it be a generic cookie trial that you only need to run in briefly is even easier. That's super easy. It's very nice. It's almost too easy. And then to balance out both of these missions, which are almost too easy, they've added in one that is even harder than the hardest of the missions from the card system in place. So it's like, okay, I can very easily do both of the breakout and trials. I'm going to do that anyway while playing during the day. So I'll get the 160 without really thinking, and then I just won't be able to get the other bonus rewards. It seems like it's a decent system, but I liked the card system. I know. I wish what they would do is they give you fewer of these gems, but they set up the daily missions so they're like the card system. So let's say if you beat all three of them, like they bring back, let's say the ideal version, okay, is if they bring back the card system, the way that the card system was, with they expand the bonus missions for the cookies that you can get in the trials, so it'll still incentivize you to play in the cookie trials each day or sometimes, and you can choose not to. And if you complete all three of the cards, if you feel like doing that, then you get the bonus crystals. But if not, by completing the individual bonus missions, you'll earn an extra reward from that. So you won't be without a reward, like you are with this, where it's like, oh yeah, you only get crystals if you beat all three of them, so that's the only reward, and that's the only reward type that you get. Because again, you can only get so many of these items with your prizes, and it's like, well, nobody's gonna want to get the rescue tickets anyway, because there are so many other missions that you need, unless you don't have anything else and you need to burn through your the items at the end, which isn't too much of a problem because I don't necessarily need them. I would want to focus this stuff on better rewards. I like the option to be able to save up your daily missions where it's like, hey, I don't want coins and tickets a whole bunch. I'd rather save up for a chest. That's not bad. I like the idea of that. But like, if you got the day where you get the two crystals and then the coins, then it's like you could, by watching ads, you could end up getting 120 crystals a day for completing two missions. Whereas here you have to beat three. One of them is, two of them are ridiculously easy. One of them is really hard, and then you only get 100, and then you can watch the ad to get 200. So yeah, you do end up getting a few more, and you only end up watching one ad. I was okay with supporting those sisters by watching the extra ads since I don't pay as much, but not everybody is going to do that. Again, people who play the trophy race, they're not going to have much of an issue with this. It's not really a problem, but I would have liked the system where they give you a reward for, what do you call it? They give you a reward for doing the bonus missions each day. They keep the system in place, but if you watch an ad, let's say, you'll earn the extra tokens, or you'll earn tokens instead for the weekly and monthly missions. That might even be better. So for those who are dedicated, who keep this up, then you'll have a chance to earn even more of something through the shop. And if you don't, well, you'll still get the bonus per day. I wish the daily missions didn't give you these little diary gems and instead gave you the rewards and was set up like the card system. And then the weekly and monthly missions was an added bonus on top of that. It's like I get no rewards continuously, and I have to save up for the shop items, except now they also have 3,000 of these crystals, these gems that you need for like the portrait and the rainbow cubes and some other stuff. So it's just like a continuous event that they made out of this. So it's like, it's less of a daily bonus and more like another event that I have to grind for. And if I don't throughout the month, then I lose it. And I mean, they they have this it's one thing being the event, which is supplementary to the daily stuff, where it's like, oh, okay, we'll get a little something. But no, this is the daily thing, where if you don't save up enough throughout the month, then you're not able to get the other rewards. Because what if I wanted the crystal powder? That's not a reward that I can get at the beginning of the shop now. Like, they don't have the other reward. I would have liked it as well if, like, the system had, okay, you can get the weekly rewards and the monthly rewards you get the diary gems for, with my hypothetical adjustment to this system. So let's say you can get the daily missions, and then there's the chance for the rainbow cubes there, and then there's the chance for the crystals or the other items that you'll end up seeing per day. If Dev Sisters doesn't want you to be able to choose which one that you'd get, and instead you get them at random, that's fine too. But at least giving the player an option to be able to get a reward each day is nice. I mean, it isn't that you can't get a reward, it's just that you get the two very easy to unlock missions. So let's say you do that, then you can only get the pet keys and this stuff over and over again. So it's not like you can get any other rewards. You can't get other crystals and you can't get other stuff unless, of course, you beat all three of the missions. Is everybody going to want to do that? Or maybe beating one mission and just getting a few crystals is nice. I liked that. And then if you want the extra for going the extra mile, then you can reward players with the extra weekly missions for the gems. And let's say you spend the gems on, like, you make the shop a little bit bigger, where you have the powder, where you have the rainbow cubes, but you get, like, or even adding in more stuff, treasure incantation, the other enhancement ticket, and more of these other minor rewards. And let's say you get 20 rainbow cubes for 30 gems. And it's an infinite amount. You can just claim as many as you'd like. But if you work hard enough over time, have the shop be a permanent thing so that it'll reward you for continuously doing it, and you don't have to worry about it resetting monthly. You work to unlock the other shops, and you get them, and they're done. But the other shops will have a slightly better deal. So let's say there's a clump of the rainbow cubes where it's like you get 100 rainbow cubes, but for like 120 of the gems. So it's slightly more economical than getting the cheaper version of like 20 rainbow cubes for 30. So it's a better deal overall, but it's like, so that would incentivize you to get it. But if you don't, then you won't be without rainbow cubes. It's like, okay, well, if you don't want to do that additional work to do this enough times to unlock the later shop, then you won't get the better deal on it, but you can still have a chance to get rainbow cubes continuously. Whereas it just won't be at like a min-max cost value. Whereas here, you can't get rainbow cubes. You can't get any of the other stuff. You can only choose from this for your daily missions. They will reset by the end of the month, so good luck if you don't play until the end of the month and you're almost done and it's like, oh, okay, well, I just played a few daily missions. Now I can't get to the shop in time, and I get nothing else out of it. Besides, of course, if you get all three and you get the crystals, which is a number of people are probably going to enjoy that anyway. I don't know. I don't like it. I like the other system. It's a little bit more limiting than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit more freeing. But it is kind of a bit more freeing, and some people probably won't mind it. I'm probably just a curmudgeon, and this is just more than necessary. That's my thoughts on this. So thank you, friends, for listening to me. I appreciate your continued support. I love that you guys love the Cookie Run videos. I love this game, and I love this community. So thank you for continuing to stick by. But I believe it's that time again. If you like what I do, don't be shy to give a thumbs up. Have a pleasant day, everyone. And this is Handington signing off. Bye.